So as we were talking about, Nestle India's problems with Maggi noodles has suddenly taken on bigger proportions. The Central Food Regulator, that's the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, has put out an 8-page order directing the company to withdraw and recall all 9 approved variants of Maggi noodles from stores and stockists. That's not all. The FSSAI has also raised questions about the launch of Maggi oats noodles. Priya Sheth, who has been tracking that story since the beginning, joins in now. Priya, take us to the violations that FSSAI has found. As you had reported earlier, they have come out with the final report. Is this the end of the road now?
Well, absolutely. According to the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, Nestle's Maggi noodles don't violate just one safety standard but 3. So the product is unsafe and hazardous is what the FSSAI is saying. Now, the first violation is that the testing shows numerous cases where the lead content in Maggi noodles is higher than the permissible limit of 2.5 parts per million. In one case, the Kolkata lab report shows lead content at 17.2 parts per million. Now, in this regard, the company had argued that the testing methodology was incorrect since the product comes in 2 parts, the noodles and the taste maker, and so the testing should be done for the combined product instead of testing each component individually. But the FSSAI has rejected this argument, saying, and I quote, the prescribed standards have to be applied in respect of each of these 2 components independently and have no linkage with the processing of the end product as it is consumed, end quote. The second violation has to do with the mislabeling. The FSSAI has taken exception to the fact that the label of the product specifically says no added MSG, whereas the product is found to contain monosodium glutamate. The company had argued that the message was only to inform consumers that it does not add any MSG to the product and any MSG in it is from naturally occurring sources. But the FSSAI has said in its order that there was no reason for the company to add that label in its packaging. It observes that this exercise seems to be driven by an undue commercial advantage or benefit to create an erroneous impression in the minds of consumers regarding the character of the product. We learned that the company has now agreed to remove this labeling from all future packaging. The third violation, according to the FSSAI, is the very existing of Maggi oats masala noodles with the taste maker. The FSSAI has said that this product did not go through the requisite risk or safety assessment and approval process before being launched. So the regulator has decided that as such the product cannot be allowed to be intended for human consumption and has to be withdrawn from the market. So in light of these findings, the FSSAI has ordered that Nestle India stops further production, procession, import, distribution and sale of Maggi noodles in all its variants. The company has 3 days to furnish a compliance report and has to give a daily progress report on the recall process. It has also been given 15 days to show cause as to why product approvals for all 9 variants of its instant noodles with the taste maker should not be withdrawn. But we must remember that the FSSAI's independent test results are not public yet. So this order is based on the results of the tests conducted by various state and food drug administrators. Back to you.
All right, Priya. In fact, Nestle's stock as well tumbled at the back of that story. Thanks, Priya, for joining in with that.